Hello and welcome to the 2025 edition of the Lancaster Classic Motor Show here at the NEC in Birmingham. I'm John Griffiths, the Alfa Romeo Owners Club Chairman and Events Director, and it's my pleasure to walk around our display cars this year. One of the beauties of the Alfa Romeo Owners Club and its amazing members, we've got over 4,500 now, is the quality and variety of cars owned by them. We're very lucky as a fanatics of Alfa Romeo in the fact that there are over 100 models built since the firm was formed back in 1910. And every year we have to have a theme. Our theme this year is Motori di Grande Cilindrata. So we're celebrating the big capacity Alfa Romeos right across the years. Our earliest on display this year is from 1964, the year that the Alfa Owners Club was formed in the Alfa UK. Let's kick off at this end of the show stand with Phil Lawrence's fabulous 1975 Alfa Romeo Montreal. This one is in the signature green metallic and an absolutely beautiful machine that Phil's owned for many years, over 30 years, and it's been a long-going restoration, but now it's in an absolutely magnificent state. So this V8 machine was created for the 1967 Expo in Montreal and became known as the Alfa Montreal. It was designed initially as a one-off by Signore Gandini, who went on to develop the Countach and other amazing cars. And it was so well received, it ended up becoming a series production model. Although relatively small numbers. Features a dry sump V8 engine, 2.6 litre V8, over 200 horsepower, 137 mile an hour top speed, which would have been amazing back in the early 70s. And it's quite a fantastic device, it really is. It's got some amazing details on it, like these slatted headlight covers that drop down when you tip the headlights on. It's got a Nacre duct on the bonnet that was really just for style. It's not functional, but it looks brilliant and was certainly of the day. Just a wonderful device. So there's a V8 for us to kick off. And we'll walk around the display now, moving on to a much newer car, but one that's incredibly well loved by Alfisti. It's coming up to its 10th anniversary of sale in the UK. It's the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. This one owned by Neil Potter, well known as Curly in many circles, and he's owned this car for just under a year. The Quadrifoglio Alfa Romeo Racing Edition, very small numbers produced, just 10 in the UK. It's basically one of Alfa's amazing V6 2.9 bi-turbo quadrifolios, kind of turned up to 11. 520 brake horsepower, Akrapovic exhaust, carbon everything, carbon brakes, carbon seats, carbon bonnet, carbon roof, carbon prop shaft, and it's tweaked by Sauber because it's a celebration of Alfa Romeo's return to Formula One back in 2019. I remember when one of these rolled off the trailer with its sister Stelvio at National Alfa Day in 2019, and it was quite mind-boggling. Beautiful colour scheme, matching the racing cars of the day, surefire, future classic. And a V6. Moving along. What can you say about the SZ? Just an amazing machine. Produced in 1989 by Zagato, it was designed deliberately to shock. It's known as Il Mostro, or the monster, because it is quite a beast, I think everybody will say. It's based on the Alfa Romeo 75, so underneath there is the magnificent Busso V6 12-valve engine producing over 200 horsepower, giving it a really high top speed of, they say, around 150. I think I've seen a number of these going well above that on racetracks, of course. Just a magnificent device. It's produced in a type of resin that's known as Modar. Let's not call it fiberglass, but that's the concept. But it's got an aluminium roof, a carbon fibre boot spoiler. It's just 2 seats with partial shelf in the back. Been known to be fitted with the odd child seat sometimes, these cars. Just 500 made across the world. There were another 400 and something RZs, the Roadster coupes, with a soft top, but the SZs in the signature red with a black roof, almost all were produced in that. I think there was a black one, the Spider you could get in yellow and black and white as well. It's got the amazing signature 6 headlights at the front that are made from unobtainium. Goodness knows where you'd ever get replacements for that. But it's a splendid machine. It's based on the Alfa 75, of which we have an example as well. Slightly shortened wheelbase, so it's got a transaxle setup, so the gearbox and clutches at the back, and it really gives it a great weight distribution and for really perfect handling. Importantly, it's well known for its lateral G capabilities of pulling well over 1.2 G in a bend, and they're just tremendous fun to drive. Moving along, another car that's fitted with a Busso, but this time transverse and front wheel drive. This is one of the later models, the biggest version made in production of the Busso engine, 24 valves, 3.2 litres, giving it 240 horsepower, top speed of 158, 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds because of its front wheel drive. Obviously it's got to get its power down off the line, but just a great car to drive. And this is owned by Neil Shaw, who operates the Alfa Owners Club Lincolnshire section. He's owned it from brand new, the lucky fella. Really rare, these facelifted, as they're called, 3.2s. It's got the bigger Scudetto grille, the offset front number plate, and it's got extremely clever rear suspension as well on all the GTVs that came out in 1996. So it's got multi-link rear suspension. It gives it a semblance of passive rear steer. He's also had it fitted with I believe it's a Q2, maybe a Quaif limited slip differential that's very popular to be fitted on V6 Alfas to really help you get the power down and apply that power in the bends. But Neil adores it. It's a terrific example. Isn't it amazing to think that you can pick up one of these 30-year-old cars now for under £3,000? I think Neil had won a little bit more for this one though, deservedly. It's a beauty. And let's move on to another incredible device. This is Adrian Jardine's 8C Competizione in Rosso Competizione. What can you say about this model? It's got a 4.7 V8 with 450 horsepower. It's Alfa's true supercar. There was a one-off made initially in 2003 that wowed millions and lives in the Alfa Romeo Museum at Arese now. And again, the reception was so amazing, it went into series production with another 500 of these cars produced and a slightly smaller number of Spiders that came after it. This one's a 2008 car, and it's all carbon fibre. It's a development of the Ferrari engine that was appeared in, I believe, in the California, and it was converted to a kind of bent-8 format, so it burbles rather than flat plane crank. Later saw life in the Maserati Gran Turismo, but this is just a splendid machine. Tiny numbers. We're lucky in having 6 or 8 in club members' hands that will bring them along to shows, and all different colours too. But this one under the lights looks stupendous. What I love as well about this is Adrian, who runs Alfa Aid in Maidenhead, who's a fanatic on Alfa SZs. He loves to drive this car, and if you walk around it, how many people would own one of these and wrap it in bubble wrap? Now they're valued at nearly £250,000, but no, he drives it, and there's some lovely little stone chips on the nose to show that. All part of the fun of this machine. Talking about driving, we'll move round to the Alfa 75. This the 3 litre with the Busso engine, producing 188 horsepower, 12 valve inline, related to the SZ. These came first. This is the kind of ultimate incarnation of the 75. It's owned by Chris Oxborough. He used to race them in the Alfa Romeo Championship. Indeed, he won the Alfa Romeo Championship, I think at least on one occasion, some years back. He's owned this car since it was 2 years old. It's recently completed a full nut and bolt restoration. I daren't touch the paint, it's so fresh. I'd probably turn my hand red, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. And he absolutely adores 75s. Can't wait to get the bonnet up to look at the engine on this one. Again, it's just like the SZ. You've got the rear transaxle arrangement, so you've got a perfect balance to everything. 5-speed manual gearbox, very fast turning prop shaft connecting the engine to the gearbox and clutch at the back, which is again something you have to keep an eye on, but thousands of these were produced, most of them 4-cylinder, but the V6s are just a splendid machine. Fabulous example. Moving on, again, these are not in date order, as it were. Here's the Alfa 159 celebrating its 20th anniversary this year, and this one's from 2007, I believe. Belongs to Bob Woodward. It's one of the later series cars with a 3.2 litre V6. It's not the Busso. The wonderful Busso that started life in 1979, finally emissions got the better of it, and despite the 3.2s fitted with 4 catalysts, they couldn't quite pass the emissions. So Alfa had to design a new machine, a new engine rather. They were in partnership with General Motors at the time in the early noughties, and the engine in this started with a Holden block, but the heads, all the pistons, etc., pure Alfa Romeo. They sound amazing. It's that much a cleaner burn, but it's still giving 260 horsepower, 150 mile an hour top speed. This one's fitted with an automatic gearbox. Bob loves it for continental touring. He says it's just fabulous. Over 30 mpg when you're cruising on one of these, and you've got that woomph of power behind you as well. These can be had again, 159s, just look at that styling on the front, designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro. You've got the 6 headlights that went onto the Alfa Brera and the 939 series Spider. It's just such a stunning shape. Of course, if you're a fan of James Bond, I'm sure you'll have seen Quantum of Solace, and in the opening sequence, while he's driving his Aston Martin DBS, he's chased by 2 of these 3.2 159s that clearly have no problem keeping up with an Aston Martin. They might have a problem with falling over cliffs, but we've not seen any members do that. So the 159 is a terrific car. And going back in time, this car from 1964, it's a 2600 Spider owned by Jeremy Cowper. Again, it's from the year that the Alfa Romeo Owners Club was formed, 64. We're 61 years old now, celebrated our 60th last year, and this is from the time when you had to have an Owners Club in the UK to keep these machines going and keep them on the road. This is a car owned by Jeremy for many years. It was restored over 10 years ago. We've had it at the show before, but we were looking for a 2600, and we thought, gosh, we've got to have this one back. Such was the stir, and it's lovely, unusual yellow shade, but it's a factory colour. It's got a deep red wine leather interior, slightly green tinged hood. It looks fabulous, it really does. So this is an inline 6, the last inline 6 Alfa Romeo produced. It's got 145 horsepower, 120 mile an hour capability, and just a wonderful thing to go waltzing down to the Riviera in. And once you've been to Torquay, you could go across the channel and enjoy Italy as well. And coming up to date, here we've got Alfa Romeo's newest car, the Junior Veloce. No cylinders in this, unless you count the brakes. It's a 280 horsepower electric plug-in machine, and these are so much fun to drive. You've got a low mounted battery, it'll give you over 200 miles range if you're very cautious, but oh my goodness, the instant torque, it pushes you in the back, 280 horsepower, 0 to 60 is under 5.8 seconds. You've got a front wheel drive, but it's got a mechanical limited slip diff, and it's just such a hoot. I've been in this car around Kerbera Sprint Circuit. My goodness, it takes days to get the smile off your face. One of the best bits of it is on racetracks, sometimes you get a tight corner, you don't know whether to be in second or third gear. Don't worry about it in this, single speed, just floor it. That torque goes down and you're walloped out of the bends. What a load of fun. This is a high spec one, it's in the dual tone scheme, Brera red metallic with a black roof. It's got the standard 20-inch alloy wheels, wonderful Brembo disc brakes. You've got Seibelt seats. It's just a lovely thing to be in, and it's Alfa Romeo really future-proofing itself for the future. It's geared up for the electrification. The Junior's now available in a hybrid in the UK too, and starts from just 26,000. This one's not quite twice that, but it's a bit dearer with all the options on, but what a machine, and we're looking forward to the reaction to the Veloce at the show today. So there you go, we've got 9 very varied cars from 1964 to 2025. Just like the Owners Club, we embrace everything, anything Alfa Romeo, and my goodness, if you don't see something here you like, as an Alfista and as a petrol head, goodness help you. It's a fabulous day, fabulous show. 3,000 cars here, covering an area of 16 football pitches. Do get along to the Lancaster Insurance Classic Motor Show here at the NEC. Thanks for listening.